Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will probably talk a lot about success and may make his ambition sound very exciting, but when it comes to climbing the career ladder, he isn't likely to go far unless things are handed to him. He prefers planning and organizing rather than taking steady action, and he may struggle with sticking to hard work or handling setbacks calmly. If things get tough, he's more likely to lash out or withdraw than push himself forward.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things don't go his way at work, he's more likely to lose his temper or pull away rather than calmly finding a solution. He can react quickly and emotionally, sometimes snapping at others or giving up on the situation. In tough times, don't expect him to handle stress with calm or patience.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
At work, he can rub people the wrong way pretty often. He says what's on his mind, sometimes without thinking about others' feelings, and that can start arguments or hurt feelings. When he's upset, he might easily lose his cool or pick fights even over small things.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he may pretend to be happy for you, but deep down, he could feel threatened or left behind. There's a good chance he'll get moody or snap easily instead of truly celebrating your success. Rather than stepping up alongside you, he might react by withdrawing or making sharp comments.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, he is likely to feel uncomfortable or even resentful if you earn more than him. Instead of being proud, he might see your success as a blow to his own pride. This can show up as bitter comments, picking fights over small issues, or pulling away emotionally.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and likes to keep things in order when it comes to spending. He isn't the type to shop on impulse or throw cash around without a second thought. You'll notice he prefers to plan his expenses and might even get anxious if things feel out of control financially.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually sticks to living within his means and tries to keep his finances under control. He is not someone who shows off or tries to impress others. by pretending to be richer than he actually is. In fact, he may avoid flashy expenses and prefer simple, planned choices.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He does have a kind heart and likes to help people, but when it comes to money, he tends to be strict and cautious. He will think carefully before giving or spending and might even come across as stingy or controlling at times. His kindness is more about being there for others than about spending money or making grand gestures.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be direct and even blunt when it comes to money matters. He usually prefers things to be clear and organized, so he'll tell you what's happening rather than hide things. If there are any issues, he'll probably lay them out plainly, even if it stings a bit, because he believes in being straightforward rather than hiding the truth.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be organized and done properly, but he might expect you to take the lead or do a bigger share. He has strong ideas about how things should be done and can be quite picky or demanding if something isn't up to his standards. If you want true teamwork at home, you may have to speak up and set clear rules together, or he may leave most of the chores to you.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by telling you how things should be done rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and doing the chores himself. He might stand nearby, point out what's missing, or organize things his way, but most of the real work may fall on your shoulders. You'll probably find yourself wishing for more hands on support and less supervising from his side.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he argues to prove he's right rather than truly listening to your side. When there's a disagreement, his first instinct is to defend himself and win the discussion, not to see where you're coming from. If you try to share your feelings, he may interrupt, raise his voice, or shut down the conversation if he feels challenged.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often loses control and can say things that are hurtful or harsh. He might raise his voice, use sharp words, or even become aggressive in how he acts. If you're looking for someone who can handle anger in a gentle, respectful way, you won't find that with him.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly and can go from calm to upset in a short time. This is a definite red flag, not something you should ignore or hope will just go away. Quick, explosive anger can make home life stressful, unpredictable, and even unsafe at times.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. Instead of taking responsibility, he's much more likely to blame you or others when things go wrong. Apologies don't come easily for him, and owning up to his actions isn't his strong suit.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He struggles with boundaries and may not easily accept no for an answer. When he wants something, he can push hard, trying to change your mind or ignoring how you feel. If you say no or set a clear limit, he might argue, guilt trip, or react angrily instead of stopping and listening.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or respecting your need for space, he may feel rejected and become upset, moody, or even blame you for not wanting to be close. He might make sharp comments, pull away, or act cold to show his frustration.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You have to be careful here. If he feels angry or upset after a fight, he may use things you shared in private to hurt you or make you feel small. This can make you feel unsafe or worried about opening up in the future.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He may struggle with staying faithful and can be easily distracted by other women, especially when things at home aren't perfect or when he feels bored. His energy and excitement can make him seek attention outside the relationship, and if he feels unappreciated or unhappy, he may look for someone else to boost his ego. If loyalty and trust are non negotiable for you, you may find yourself worried or disappointed by his actions.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be over possessive and may act jealous, controlling, or suspicious without real reason. He might question where you're going, who you're talking to, or get upset if you spend time with friends or family. His need to be in charge can become overwhelming, and he may try to control your choices, sometimes even making you feel guilty for wanting your own space.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, being protective is often just another way of being controlling. He may say he's looking out for you, but what he's really doing is making the rules and watching everything closely so things go his way. Be careful not to confuse control with real caring or love.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to see parenting as something that should be well organized, but in practice, he expects you to do most of the heavy lifting. While he may have strong opinions about how things should be done with the kids and might step in to supervise or set rules, the day to day care and real work will often fall on your shoulders. If teamwork and equal sharing of parenting are important to you, this can leave you tired and unappreciated.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. He can react quickly with anger, sharp words, or even shouting, which can make the children feel scared or nervous around him. This can make it hard for the kids to come to him with problems, as they may worry more about his reaction than finding support.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may struggle to truly support you as both a mother and your own person. While he might appreciate the work you do at home, he can be controlling about how things are done and may expect you to put the family first, sometimes at the cost of your own needs or wishes. If you try to focus on your career or interests outside the home, he might not understand or could even feel threatened or resentful.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might cheer for your career now, but later expect you to put it aside when a child comes along. He may seem supportive in the beginning, but once family responsibilities grow, he's likely to want things to be done his way, with you handling most of the home and childcare. It's smart to talk openly about these things early because with someone like him, expectations can shift after life changes.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth and genuine care may not come easily for him. He may do what's expected in social situations, but it could feel forced or formal rather than truly heartfelt. If things don't go his way, he might become distant, make blunt comments, or show his irritation without much concern for their feelings. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He can get irritated quickly, and instead of finding a peaceful way to talk things out, he may react with anger or harsh words. This can lead to bigger arguments or hurt feelings all around.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem modern and open minded when it's just the two of you, but expects you to follow all the traditional supportive wife roles in front of his relatives. He may enjoy a more equal, relaxed relationship at home, but when family or society is watching, he will likely want you to dress, act, and behave in ways that fit old customs. This switch can leave you feeling like you have to play a part that isn't truly you. Juggling two different sets of expectations based on who's around.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, He is more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them rather than openly support you. He doesn't like conflicts that upset his sense of order, so instead of backing you up, he might expect you to adjust or keep the peace, even if it feels unfair. Over time, this can create distance and make you feel like you're carrying the emotional burden all by yourself.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He does show signs of being a mummy's boy and will find it very difficult to choose your side in a conflict with his mother. His loyalty to her and his need to keep family order often mean he will avoid taking a clear stand with you, especially if it might upset her or cause drama. You may notice him trying to keep the peace by asking you to adjust or simply staying silent instead of supporting you.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially when he feels upset or doesn't know how to handle things with you. This means that your personal matters can quickly become family gossip, and you may find relatives taking sides or interfering with your relationship. It can leave you feeling exposed and unsupported, as your privacy won't always be respected.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel like a mix of strict routines and emotional ups and downs. You may find yourself always trying to meet his standards and handle his mood swings, tiptoeing around his temper or opinions.